I've built a multiple six-figure business off the back of organic YouTube videos just like the one you're watching right now. And in this video, I'm going to share these 7 things I wish I knew when I started marketing my online offers over 2 years ago on this platform. I've posted hundreds of videos between my channel and my clients' channels, and I'm going to share with you what works, what does not work, and most importantly, what you should optimize for today to get lead sales calls and clients from your YouTube channel for your business. This is a roadmap I wish I had when I started back in 2023. And by the end of this, you're going to know how to turn your YouTube channel into a lead generation machine. And I'm going to show you how we're using AI to help us with most of the process so you could crank out quality videos every single week. Let's hop into it. This is going to be a value-packed video, but the first thing I have to start off with is a reality check for about 80% of you guys out there that don't believe in YouTube or are focusing on the complete wrong thing. We have worked with dozens of people in the coaching space, B2B agencies, SaaS companies, and a lot of them make these 3 mistakes, which some of you guys might be making as well. They're worried about subscriber count, they're worried about going viral, and they're worrying about fancy equipment. Let me tell you, I've been able to generate multiple 6 figures holistically for our offer with very simple videos that don't involve going viral, that don't involve fancy equipment, and don't involve a massive subscriber count. All right, so I'm going to show you strategies that even if you don't have these things, you could still win and you can still add additional revenue to your company every single month from videos without accomplishing any of these things that you think you may need, but you don't. Okay, I've seen channels with 300 subscribers booking 40 sales calls. One of our clients, you can watch all of our client interviews in the description. I'll pop up here as well. One of our clients signing 10K deals from his channel, and he only gets a few hundred views a video. So these things right here will stop you from posting mentally. I'm here to tell you, as someone that has done it, you do not need them. Are they preferred? Absolutely. Are they necessary to start and scale? Absolutely not. All right. So that's the first thing, is just a little bit of a reality check. So you're in the right frame of mind when we attack these lessons. All right. So speaking of lessons, let's get into lesson number 1 here. All right. Now, this is focusing on vanity metrics. Just another thing I have to sort of nail down. We're not focusing on subscriber count, view count, and all of the vanity metrics. We want to focus on stuff that is paying the bills. All right. Now, what pays the bills? We're running businesses. Ideally, you're running something high ticket. Ideally, you're in the B2B space and you're selling to people online, right? Why else would you post on YouTube if you're not targeting people online, right? So all of you guys are here for that reason. And for that reason, we're running businesses. We want to focus on these things. This is what makes us money, these things right here, all right? Qualified leads generated, number of sales calls booked, revenue attributable to YouTube, and unique viewers reached. This is basically like, how many people are you reaching every single day that are new? We're reaching about, and this is crazy, we're reaching about 100 to 150 people every single day that are new. And I don't have the biggest channel out there. I'm going to show you how to accomplish this right now. We're reaching that many people every single day new. And this is something you have to pay a few hundred, maybe even $1,000+ for in ads if you want to reach the quality of people that I am with this organic channel. All right, so I want you to stop and just realize you have to associate success with the right metrics before you take in the rest of these lessons on how to actually get on YouTube, start building out your funnel, start building out the things that you want to be optimizing for. All right, so make sure that you're associating the things I just talked about right here, these metrics with success, not so much subscribers, view counts, etc., because this is what happens a lot of the time. And I was like this when I started. This is why I'm sharing you this crucial lesson as lesson number 1. A lot of times you're worried about views and subs, which is totally valid because that's how we assume people make money. But when you post and you don't get views and subs, then you're like, well, this stuff doesn't work. Then you're like, well, should I keep on posting videos because it's hard? Then you're like, well, I'm just going to quit and start running paid ads, right? When I'm telling you, YouTube is the best place to get clients for here and forever, right? It's the best place to build a brand. It's the best place to market your company. But if you're looking at the wrong metrics to start, you're going to get lack of proof, decreased motivation, and then you're going to end up quitting and failing. We've seen it a bunch of times, and we don't want this to happen to you, okay? So the first thing is, everything else is distraction. Again, we're working with people that are making a lot of money and signing massive clients with very small audiences. I'm going to show you how to do it right there. So that's a frame of mind thing for lesson number 1. Focus on success metrics, which is basically lead sales calls and clients from your YouTube channel, right? Let's get into how to actually make that happen. So the first thing is identifying your YouTube profit pathway, all right? If I started over, I wouldn't create a single piece of content until I had a clear pathway of how to make money from it, right? And this is, again, getting lead sales calls and clients. This is going to be everything: leads, sales calls, and clients. I'm going to say this a lot in this video: lead, sales calls, and clients. That's why we're posting YouTube videos, all right? Now, this basically means, who is my ideal client? Not just demographics, but literally, like, what are they dealing with? Why are they struggling? How can you help, right? So these are a few things you should know before you even start turning on the camera and posting, all right? Because YouTube videos, unlike other platforms, you can't just grab your phone and start recording random stuff. You can't just go on Twitter and start blabbering, right? You need to actually sit down and create a 10, 20-minute video that displays expertise. So before you waste your time doing so, make sure you're targeting the right people. And these are the things, again, that you should know. You should know, what transformation are they seeking? Obviously, a person comes to you, they're here, they want to go here, right? Most likely they're sad, they want to go to happy. you want to take them there, and then you charge to take them there. That's business 101, right? You have to really see, what is this transformation? What are they actually seeking? Are they now? Where do they want to go, right? That's number one right here. Two is, how does your solution, so this will be in your case, this would be your circle right here, you're in blue. This solution is taking them from sad to happy. What is that solution? How does your solution deliver that transformation? Okay. What emotions are they actually feeling? All right. So one is, there's two ways to think about it. If you have little money in your bank account, you could say this person is struggling with lack of money in their bank account, or you could say they're struggling with the anxiety of not being able to pay their bills and the stress of not knowing where their next meal is coming from, right? That's an extreme example, but there are emotions attached to every single thing your prospect is feeling, and you have to know what those emotions are to actually accurately create content around it. For example, right now, if you're struggling with leads, people don't trust you. If they're not closing on calls, it sucks, right? It sucks knowing you have a good service, and when you get on calls and people don't trust you and they don't buy, it just sucks, because you can help someone. It's a win-win, right? I'm going to show you how to build your trust through YouTube to get more sales calls, right? So that's me digging into your emotional pain points that you may or may not be going through, but that's something you have to sort of go out. Another thing is language people are receptive to. So since we're in the AI space, we do a lot of AI marketing. A lot of people are receptive to the word AI, but a lot of other people are receptive to the word ChatGPT, right? They're two terms that mean the same thing. They're both artificial intelligence, but some people don't know that ChatGPT is just, basically a product of OpenAI. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people just think it's AI. So you have to be very conscious of the language you're using. That's why, you should really know who you're targeting. So know their language, know what they're receptive to, know what they associate with what words mean what to them, etc. All right. Next is, what did they try and did not work? For example, if you're running paid ads or you're doing cold outreach or you're relying on referrals, that may be working, not as much as you thought. It might be harder than you thought, it might be more expensive than you thought. That's why you want to get on YouTube. That's why you're still watching right now. So offer all the other alternatives that they might be going through, so you should know those. And finally, why they want X, so what you're selling beyond the money. Again, go tap into their emotions, all right? It's not that they want more money, they want more freedom, or they want more status. A lot of people love status. That's why branding is a big thing. And a lot of people that come to us, they want lead sales calls and clients, cool, but they want authority. They want to be the Tai Lopez or the Iman Gadzhi or the Gary Vee of their space, right? And their only way to do that is through content, so they pay us to work with them and do that, all right? So you got to know all of these things before even creating that first piece of content, right? This is going to build your ICP, and we're going to make YouTube's based on your ICP, or YouTube videos based on your ICP. All right. The more you could actually convey the answers to those questions above on YouTube, the more predictably you could create profit interactions with views on your channel. All right. The more that they understand, or you understand all this, the higher targeted the videos are going to be. The higher targeted the videos are going to be, the more it speaks to that person, the more that person wants to pay you for XYZ solution. That's how it works. All right. Now, for example, we're working with Nick. Again, you can check out all of these down below. We helped him grow his channel from 66 to 2,500 subs in about 2 months. And he was booking inconsistent sales calls because he was targeting business owners that needed help with AI. And he's really good at what he does. So we just helped him answer these questions, roll that up into YouTube packaging, and he got the result he was looking for. All right. So you should really know these things. I mean, it's really, really simple, guys. Just literally take out a pen and a paper, take out a whiteboard just like this, write these things down so you have a clear plan of exactly who you're targeting. So that's lesson number 2. Identify your YouTube profit pathway, so you can actually create accurate videos. All right. Next thing is master the art of strategic content. All right. If I were to start over again, I wish I knew this. I wouldn't create random content. I did a lot of random content creating. You could scroll all the way back to my channel. It might be cringy. I haven't gone back there in a while because I can't stand to watch that older version of myself. It's crazy. But these are the type of videos I would be creating, and only these type of videos. You have problem-aware videos, you have solution-aware videos, and you have product-aware videos. All right. And when a person meets in the middle, they are a buyer. They're aware of the problem, they're aware of the solution, they're aware you have the solution with your product. They're a buyer. They will pay you a few $1,000s instantly. Seriously, they will pay you it so fast once you convey this in your messaging. All right, so these are the ways we're going to create strategic content. So first is problem-aware solution. All right, so these are examples based on my content, but for example, these are people that don't even know that they have a problem to begin with. All right, so it's why your B2B content isn't generating leads. That's basically a video I would make to show people hey, you can't just be posting with no strategy. This is why your stuff's actually not working. So that's problem-aware people. All right. So now they know they have a problem. Okay. Now they need a solution. Well, then you make solution-aware videos. This is how to create a B2B content strategy that actually works. All right. So you're basically flipping this and you're just framing it as I have the answer to this, and you're making a video around that. All right. Now they have the solution. And then finally, so they have the problem. Now they have the solution. Now they just need a product, which is more on your unique angle and exactly the funnels you teach. Right, so we have a whole AI content system that we use. Like this video was mostly created by AI, except for me sitting down here and filming it. We sell this to other people, and when people see that this is our product, now they know the problem, I made them aware that, their YouTube strategy, they can't just randomly post stuff. I gave them the solution. So videos like this are showing them what exactly to post so they could do it on their own. And then you'll see, you can go to our website, there's a bunch of links down below. You'll see we have literally an internal AI SaaS tool that we use to fulfill and make all of these videos. All right. Now they become product aware. And these videos are going through your IP, your exact offer, exactly what you do. All right. So now they know the problem. They know there's a solution out there, but they now know your product is a solution. And that's when you create these buyers right here. Okay. So that is the type of videos you have to be creating. I would try to make it even-ish split. It really depends on where you are, but always make sure that you're running it like this, clockwise, not counterclockwise, because they have to go in that order. They have to find the problem first, find the solution then, and then see your product as the end-all be-all to solve your stuff, all right? So that is strategic content making. If you look at my channel, you'll see that all of my content is a little bit different. And within every single piece of content itself, I pretty much solve all these things. I talk about people's problems, how to solve their problems, and then I show our product in every single video about how we're actually solving these problems for other people that are in a similar position. All right. So those are the 3 videos you have to be making, and feel free to just steal these. All right. So, you could sort of bracket these out and replace it with what your offer is. So why your blank, blank, blank isn't generating blank, like this would be results. 5 blank strategies that actually do blank for blank. Right. These are just title frameworks you guys can steal. And then how we helped a blank, right? So if you're doing Facebook ads, right? Why your Facebook ads aren't converting for your construction company. 5 construction company ads to run in 2025. Here's a case study basically of how we helped a construction company in Florida book 20 appointments in a month, right? That was off the top of my head, so might not be the best of examples, but again, you can steal these and just eliminate these in the brackets here. And these are basically some content ideas or content frameworks that you could start making for your company. We have a whole free course with more stuff exactly like this down below if you want to check it out. More in-depth structured videos on exactly how to create YouTube videos with AI to sign your ideal prospects. All right, so the right mixture of these types of content will create dream of clients. And it's very cool because when you're posting, I have analytics. Again, we're reaching 100 to 150 new people every single day, sometimes less, sometimes more. But there's always people at different stages. So some people will find me 3 months ago. Now they're here and they're ready to buy. So content is always working for you, especially if you're creating it in this sort of 3-tiered approach. So that's step number 3. Again, 1, we decided that we're focusing on the right metrics. 2, we're going into exactly who we're targeting. 3 is now that we're targeting the right people in this step right here, we're going to make sure that we're creating content around like a strategic framework to get these people to buy. All right, let's go to step number 4. The 6th one and 7th one are super, super important. Step number 4 is build simple but effective video structure. All right, I would never overcomplicate a video again, I should say, if I knew this stuff. It's very simple, especially in the B2B space. It's insanely simple. All you need is a hook, body, call to action. So you can see in this video. And the hook, I talked right to the camera. The body, this is the body. The call to actions, I sprinkle throughout, and you'll see one big one at the end to be completely upfront with you, right? Because our solution works. So I'm going to give call to actions to it because I want to help more people and I want to make money doing so. All right. The hook is the first 15 seconds. Basically state the problem, promise the solution, and establish your authority on the topic. In the hook, you always want to say why. You want to answer the question of why. If someone's watching your video, why on earth, why would they listen to you? Right? I told you in the very first 15 seconds, I've posted hundreds of YouTube videos and I've built a multiple 6-figure business on top of YouTube videos. That is why you should listen to me. All right. If I'm not giving people a reason on why they should listen to me, they're going to go to the hundreds of other people that do. All right. So make sure in the hook, you're basically solving this and then you're giving them a promise. Like by the end, you'll have a roadmap, basically what I said to you guys in the beginning. Feel free to copy that hook as well if you want to. Next is the content. So this is deliver actionable advice that provides a mini win for people. So like this is a pretty big mini win for you guys. Like hook, body, call to action, how to target those people. If you answer those questions, like in step number 1 or step number 2, I should say, if you answer these questions up here, this will give you the ICP. You could literally take these title frameworks for yourself. You can now create hooks and bodies and call to actions that literally copy this. So these are mini wins for you guys that you guys can go win on your own. We've had plenty of people just win on their own with the free course we have down below, with the free trainings we have down below, or these free YouTube videos. And that's good because you want to build what's called reciprocity, right? When I give you something that's so valuable like this video is going to turn out to be, you sort of want to give me something back in the form of working with me, or you're sort of attracted to our service, right? That's sort of how this stuff works. So the content should be really good. Don't give fluff, guys. Give actual value. Try to help people for free, right? The more you give, the more you get in the end. So actually help people and provide big V value, all right? Finally is the call to action. Just give a clear next steps. Just give clear next steps, right? If you nail this thing right here in the middle, they'll find next steps. But just say like, hey, we have a free training down below. We have a free community down below. We have a free whatever, or a paid thing, whatever, digital product, webinar. Give clear steps on where to go after this. All right. And it's very simple. That is how you create a video structure. that sells. And the script of the video is also insanely important. The entire YouTube script was written by AI. So this entire script, completely end-to-end, was all written by AI. And that is part of our AI internal SaaS tool that we use, that we sell to clients, that we use for ourselves to crank out very valuable videos just like this one. If you want a demo of the entire AI YouTube dashboard, is what we call it, you could see that down below on our website. And you could check that out, right? It's a whole demo. It's free. You don't have to hop on a call to watch it. You can just watch it there. All right, so that's step number 4, is build simple but effective video structure, hook, body, call to action. Next is optimizing for conversion, not just views. So I'm going to show you how to turn your views into conversions, or into leads, I should say. So views into leads. That's the whole goal of everything, right? We want leads. We're business owners. We don't care as much as views. All right. So the biggest thing is optimizing for views, because views are a death trap. Sometimes the videos that you post, especially tailored towards beginners, they get a lot of views, but those beginners aren't buyers. So they're not going to buy your stuff. Again, I've had videos that had 5,000 views, but very little buyers. I've had videos that had, no joke, 200 views, but I might have made $10,000, $15,000 from that video just because it was super targeted and focused. All right. So if I had to start it over, I'll focus on these conversion elements of the videos from day one. First is the video description optimization. All right. So this is a past video I made on how we made $250,000 for business owners. And you could see this is key right here, guys. So this little more button, you could scroll down below. If you don't hit more, the whole description will not pop up. But above the fold is what we like to call it. You could see our free training, right? This is our free training, and being transparent, this is our VSL. It's built to sell you on something. It's built for you to book in a call with us to explore our AI systems and how we made a good amount of money for our clients with the strategy. All right, so this is super important. Make sure that it is above the fold. All right, make sure that your actual link in the description is above the fold. So go into your YouTube studio and make sure that it's above the fold and that people can actually click on it. Because if this was all text, then let's be realistic. Who is hitting more to go and see your links? Not many. All right. So make sure it's above right here and they can have a clear call to action. All right. So that's number 1. Comment engagement strategy. So we have a backend AI system that turns YouTube comments, at least scrapes them. We're working on turning them into title and content ideas, but it takes all the comments, puts them in an organization, like a sheet basically, right? So we can see the comment, we can see why they commented, or what they commented, I should say. And then we're going to end up using AI to send it and turn it into titles for us in the future. We have so much stuff to create where this isn't necessary, but we have a comment engagement strategy which uses AI. We also have a strategic call to action. So it's not just subscribe. Again, it's check out the next move. It's check out our free course. It's check out XYZ. Subscribe is great. Again, we're not optimizing for subscribers, but we want people to take that next step to become lead sales calls and clients. All right, and then finally, YouTube cards and end screens. Some might have already popped up in the video. It's basically what this is on your video, you'll have stuff like little cards pop up on the top right, like watch this or do this. And at the end of the video, you'll sort of see that 2 big videos might pop up, or maybe 1 video and a little subscribe. That's all this is. So make sure you're linking videos within videos. So my goal of this video is for you to take action, or for you to watch the next video on, something like this, how we made $250,000. This is more of like a monetization strategy. So that is a goal for every YouTuber, is to turn 1 view into 2, 2 into 3, and then 3 into a buying conversation. All right. So that is actually how a few strategies, comment engagement strategy, which is not applicable for everyone, honestly. I think this is the biggest one, is the description strategy, strategic call to actions, YouTube card and engagement, and then the comment engagement here. So if I had to rank these of importance, I would say this is number 1, this is number 2, 3, and then I would say this is number 4. Cool. That's step number 5. Let's get into 6 and 7, which are insanely important. All right, so leverage AI to scale without sacrificing quality. All right, the biggest game changer in basically what I've done with content is building an AI system, which I'll show you. It's down on our website down below, to systemize everything. Now, you don't need a whole AI system SaaS if you're just starting. I totally understand. You don't want to overcomplicate it either, but you need some type of AI to help you get more consistent with your video production. All right, so these are the 3 things we preach. 1 is a content ideation system. This basically is a framework that generates dozens of high converting video ideas based on who you are, what your goals are, and some video frameworks. All right, so we have that built out. Script generation system. Again, this whole video is generated by including like these things right here, all copy and pasted onto this whiteboard, all generated with AI. All right, so have some type of framework that spits out very well written scripts. It's like a win or die moment or whatever like that. Basically, if you generate a bad script, it's going to hurt your video and it's going to be a pain in the ass to film. If you generate a good script, it'll be like this. I'm going to sit down for 30 minutes. I'm going to record this video and I'm going to be done with it. Like everything else happens for me using AI and my team and this internal SaaS tool, which again, you can see down on our website. But yeah, this is a big moment. If you're generating scripts and using AI, make sure it's actually working and it's actually worth it, because if anything, it might just slow down the process, which we don't want. You're better off just doing what you were doing before. We want to make sure it's pushing us to be more efficient with our videos. And then finally, content repurposing. Again, every single YouTube video we post in our backend system right here. So if I zoom in onto our little AI SaaS tool that we use, we have a repurposing center that basically allows us to come in here and repurpose to multiple platforms. So mainly LinkedIn and otherwise short form content scripts. So like Instagram, stuff like that, and then some to X or Twitter. All right, so every single thing that we're doing is leverage. It's all using AI, it's all using automation. It's all meant to build our brand with less effort on my end, the founder's end. Okay, so that's a repurposing system. It works very well. You can check me out on LinkedIn. You can see an example of some of our AI written posts. They're insanely quality and they're doing very well. So you can check that out. And another sort of case study is we've had people come in here, like we're working with a SaaS company right now. They're adding 5 to 6K every single month, 100% growth rate every single month using exactly this system. They no joke. They come in here, they generate a script, they read off the script, video is done, and they're generating sales for the SaaS company. We're doing this with agencies. We're doing it with our company. So this stuff works. These 3 things, we put it into a whole system. Like this is our system. This is what every one of our clients gets, and this is something that we own. But you could do it on your own. You could use AI, you could use ChatGPT, Claude, whatever to piece it together. We have all of these things, like I mentioned, in our system. Demo of that below. But have some type of organization and just use AI to get so much easier. And you're competing against millions of people that are using AI. So if you're not using it in the right way, especially, you're at a disadvantage. So that's step number 6, insanely important. And then step number 7, very important as well. Build out your funnel. All right. So again, we're trying to turn attention into leads here. And if I were to start over, one of the biggest mistakes I made is not treating it as a funnel. YouTube is just like ads. It's just like outreach, right? It's all a means of getting attention. That's all it is. Just getting attention. I think it's the best way to get attention. But nonetheless, you're getting attention and you're turning it into leads. So what I would do is have something like a lead magnet, a VSL/community, or some type of remarketing mechanism like a newsletter to take the people from YouTube, capture their information, and then turn it into a remarketing series or a webinar or something where you could sell them later on, right? Because people that come from YouTube are better than any other lead source out there in terms of quality of the lead and the amount that they're willing to pay and the amount they trust you, etc. Right? So attention to lead is there. Conversion happens when these few things sort of collide. When trust and social proof, which is sort of the same thing. This is basically just trust overall. Social proof adds to trust. Basically, social proof, what that is client interviews, client testimonials. It'll pop up in the top right here. You can see we have 7 client interviews. You could just see how we're crushing it for people. That builds into trust. And then finally, not escaping their solution. So if you remarket them, if you come out with a video and they get a notification on their phone, and then they follow you on Instagram and you're posting on Instagram with repurposing, and they're on LinkedIn and they see your LinkedIn post, if you just put them in an ecosystem and they cannot escape your stuff and your solution, they know they need it and they trust you, they're going to buy eventually. Now, it might not be today or tomorrow. It might be 6 months from now, but still, you started that sale today. You won that sale today. You just have to be consistent. That's why we have AI, and that's why this whole thing sort of ties together at the end here. All right, so that's step number 7 is I realize you need a ecosystem of content. Number 1, to just have people keep on seeing you. And 2, you need trust, which comes from YouTube videos, which comes from building trust with your audience through step number 2, which is knowing your audience, which comes through consistently posting, etc. Right, so that is step number 7. Now, we have the same thing, guys. So basically, that is how YouTube videos work. That is how YouTube marketing works. That's what I would do to book 10 to 30 sales calls. If I just start over again, those 7 things work, and they work very well. Rewatch this if you have to. Now, if you're struggling, if you're a B2B company, SaaS company, coaching business, we could hop on a free call. You could check out the demo down below. But your options are to watch the free training on how AI-powered small YouTube channels are booking in 10 to 30 sales calls for our clients. Free course in the description. You could use this information. I'd be happy if you just took action on this and hit me up on Instagram like, yo, Shaz, this stuff works. I did it myself. Cool. Don't pay me a dime. Just do it yourself. Awesome. But if you need help, you could also go to the free training, free course, and we have more advanced resources for you. You could also hop on a call through one of those links down below. Though one thing I don't want you to do is do nothing. Please don't. You're 25 minutes into this thing. Do not do nothing with this. This is the future of marketing. This is everything you need to get on YouTube. If you're not posting, it's on you. And I don't know what else to give you, right? This is everything you need to start. So yeah, we have free training down below, free course down below. You could watch our demo of our AI SaaS tool on our website. And you can reach out to me on almost every social, LinkedIn, Instagram, respond everywhere. So if you love this video, you will love how we made 12K in one day using our AI SaaS tool in this exact sort of process I went over. It's more of an in-depth training there. I will see you on the next video. I will see you in our community on a call, or I will see you in your own dashboard as a client. Regardless, have yourself a great day. Take action on this, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.